Spider-Man Outlaws, Season 1, Episode 2, a fanfiction Spider-Man podcast created by Josh Dowd. This episode is called Monsters in the City. We start this episode in a lab at the College of ESU in New York City. It's around 11:45 p.m., and about a month has gone by since the last episode. In the lab, we see a man who is missing his right arm, working. He is Dr. Kirk Connors. Some of the things that are being studied in his lab are a strange goo from space, a tablet the size of a domino that was brought back from the moon, and also slicing human DNA with the neogenic recombinator, specifically with lizard DNA. He is professor of neogenics, and little does he know he is closer to the truth with his theory, as the neogenic recombinator mixed with a tiny spider that got in the way of its beam months before this is what actually gave Peter Parker his astounding powers and turned him into Spider-Man. We see a woman walk into the lab. It's Dr. Kirk Connors' wife, Martha. He says,
"Martha, could you please run the test again?"
Kurt, we've run it over 1,000 times, changing little variables here and there, and it still hasn't worked.
I know, but one of these times it's gonna work.
But, honey, it's almost midnight. Alicia, Peter, and Eddie have all gone home. I'm tired. You're tired. Let's start fresh in the morning.
Perhaps you're right, my love. Just give me a few minutes to take care of these things and we can go.
Martha walks away to gather her things. And as she does this, the test that Dr. Kirk Connors are running keeps saying,
"Test inconclusive."
A sound can be heard in the background, and Kirk goes to investigate it, talking to himself.
What? How did this window get open?
Kurt looks all around for an intruder, but would find nothing. An owl sits on a light above his head, but he doesn't seem to notice it, as the owl is silent. He would pause the program running the test, and grab his things and join Martha. As they leave the lab outside, she would say,
"I talked to the sitter and let her know we're on our way home now."
As we head back upstairs to the lab, we see an owl drop down from the shadows and transform. It's revealed to be a person in a strange purple suit. Their complexion is pure white, as if they're albino, complete with red eyes. But from their build, we know it's not Tombstone. This person is way skinnier. The mysterious stranger is known as Chameleon, who says,
"Boss, I'm here, setting up surveillance now."
"Good job, Chameleon. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know when you're needed again." As the chameleon emerges from the shadows, we see his face. And he has a weird nose, like there's no tip of it, only black holes. He pushes 2 buttons on his belt, and he changes his appearance right before us. He walked around and was looking at different photographs and would snap the pictures with his belt. The more pictures he would snap, the more people he could become. He eventually walks out the front door disguised as a young man and walks off into the morning. Hours pass and birds chirp. It's now 9 a.m., and we see Kurt and Martha arrive back at their lab to start their work for the day. Martha turns on the radio when we hear,
"Good morning, everyone. J. Jonah Jameson here, and this morning we're taking calls. The topic, why Spider-Man is a menace. He wears a mask. What is he hiding? I don't trust him. Number 2, how about the damage that he's doing to the city that we, the taxpayers, have to pay for? And number 3, he was last seen at the crashed space shuttle my son was in on the George Washington Bridge. I know he was up to something. My son's in a coma, and I want to know why."
The radio plays in the background as a buff young male blonde walks into the lab wearing a metal band's t-shirt, leather jacket, and formal pants. He puts on his lab coat that says Eddie Brock and greets everyone in the room.
"Hey, Doc, what's the plan for today?"
Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, Edward. I was thinking of having you continue to look at the black goo from the space shuttle that crashed.
Sounds good to me. I'll grab my notes.
Hey, Kurt, I was looking at the moonstone, and I think I noticed something important.
What's that, my dear?
There seems to be a piece of it missing.
Maybe it's still in the ship.
That's a good idea, Edward. I'll contact NASA.
Kurt walks into his office and puts his things away and checks his lunch that Martha made for him and says,
"Ooh, salad with Russian dressing and a tuna sandwich? Yum."
Next, he left his office and went into his lab and started up the program running his experiment of combining human DNA with lizard to regenerate lost limb. He talked to himself again.
I'm so close, yet so far away. What do I need to do?
Dr. Kurt Connors was obsessed with the work he was trying to grow back his arm. He had lost it as a medic in the Afghanistan war. A coworker back in the day, Richard Parker, and him got really close once at perfecting the formula, but a lot of his partner's work disappeared when he did 11 years ago.
Test inconclusive.
Okay, so what have you learned?
A brunette woman walks into the lab. She looks out of place because she is beautiful, but don't let her appearance fool you. She's just as smart. She grabs her lab coat and puts it on. It says Alicia Silver.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's everyone?
Excited now that you're here. Happy?
Good. Alicia, would it be possible for you to help Eddie today?
Actually, I was thinking about Dr. Connor's experiment, and I had some ideas I wanted to run by him first. And I was wondering if I could work on my project today. I think I've narrowed down the location to where the ancient tablet came from, the Aztecs.
Oh my, you have a good hypothesis. Now prove it. And yes, that's okay with me. Just talk to Kurt about it. I'll see if Peter can help Eddie when he arrives. Keep me updated on any progress you make. Both of you, please.
Wait, what about the vial of water you were working on?
Can do. Dr. Connors?
Alicia walked away and just ignored Eddie, and he would pursue after her and say,
So, do you know what it is yet?
No, I know in my heart I have something special there, but I just don't know what it is. Peter's already started to use the neogenic recombinator to break down the chemicals and try to figure it out.
Wow, your brain is kind of inspiring.
Thanks. I take it Peter isn't here yet?
Of course not. That kid's never on time. And what I meant to say was, the way your brain works is incredible.
Eddie, stop flirting and drooling and get to work. As for Peter, well, sometimes people run on their own time. As long as he gets things done around here, Kurt and I are happy.
Eddie and Alicia separate and go and begin their jobs. Eddie goes into his office to study the black goo from space, and Alicia makes her way to Dr. Kurt Connor's office. Eddie talks to Martha and says,
Hey Martha, come look at this.
I'm here. What is it, Edward?
Okay, so the goo doesn't like fire, but responds to chocolate.
Test inconclusive. Interesting. We don't have much time before NASA wants it back, so learn everything you can.
Can do.
Over inside of Dr. Kurt Connor's lab, Alicia walks in and says,
Hey. Good morning, Dr. Connors.
Hello, Alicia. How are you?
I'm great.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Okay, so I had an idea last night. Do you mind if I fiddle?
Fine. But I want to know what you're doing as you're fiddling with things. Explain to me what you're changing.
Okay, so Peter and I were thinking about the decay algorithm, and it should be at a constant of -0.
And that should fix the problem of metamorphosis. All right, let's give it a shot. How did you come up with this?
Credit goes to Parker on this one. It was his idea.
Eddie walks into the room and says,
How that kid gets anything done, I'll never know. He's always missing class, but he is top of the class. It's crazy.
Some people just thrive under pressure. Oh, Kurt, I meant to tell you that a student of yours named Michael something wanted to use the neogenic recombinator tonight, and I said yes. Test successful. Oh, my.
Alicia, run it again.
Test successful.
Eureka! We have done it!
Everyone, come here. Look at this. Look at the LMD.
Kurt, look, it's working. Does that mean what I think it means?
Yes, Martha. I can regrow my arm again. Everyone gather around. For the next hour, we are going to celebrate.
Peter eventually shows up and works with Eddie examining the goo. He learned the good news, and the day flies right on by. The first to leave is Peter, then Martha to pick up Billy, and Alicia tags along for the ride home as well. Eddie is passed out at his work desk, and the black goo is in front of him. And Dr. Kurt Connors is in his office, staring at a synthesized cure for amputees inside of a needle in his hand. He talks to himself.
Remarkable. Alicia Silver and Peter Parker figured it out. The only question is now, do I take it? I've drawn up the forms like I would for anyone else willing to do human testing, and I filled them out. But why am I so chicken? I've performed the test over and over again. The computer simulations say it's guaranteed 99.9% to work at regrowing my arm. But still, what if I'm that 1% and something goes wrong?
A sound can be heard in the distance of the lab, and Kurt gets up to investigate. He talks to himself as he walks there.
That must be Eddie. I better go check on him. It's getting late. I'm gonna send him home and leave myself. Perhaps I'll have a clearer head after a night's rest.
As Kurt walks through the office door, he is greeted by Alicia Silver.
Oh, my. Alicia, you scared me.
Hello, Professor. Can I talk to you for a moment, please?
Yeah, sure.
But I have one question for you first.
Sure, what is it?
Who are you?
Like, what do you mean?
Alicia went home with my wife. She was dropped off 15 minutes ago. So I'll ask you again. Who the hell are you?
Alicia grabs a chair and hits Kurt with it, knocking him down. She walks over to his desk and grabs the synthesized cure and walks back to him, saying,
I think it's time that you took a nap.
No, please, that's not what you think it is. Don't do this. Ah!
Alicia takes the needle and plunges it into Kurt as he was talking. He groans in pain as he was stabbed in the neck with the syringe and then passes out.
Nighty-night, Professor.
She walks out of his office and changes her appearance from Alicia to now Kurt Connors. It's revealed to be the chameleon in disguise. He is walking around looking for something when a weird flash of blue light appears from across Dr. Kurt Connors' lab. It's a student, Michael Morbius, performing his experiment. But we're not quite there yet. The chameleon, disguised as Dr. Kurt Connors, walks into Eddie's office. He sees he is sleeping at the desk and says,
Eddie, what are you still doing here?
Huh? What time is it?
It's, late. Come on, it's time to go.
All right, I'm exhausted. I'll see you on Monday, Doc.
All right, Eddie. Have a good weekend. Try to enjoy it and make it a good one.
I'll try. Hey, wait, aren't you coming?
I'm right behind you. Just gotta grab something real quick.
Well, I can wait for you.
No, go. You've spent enough time here today. Go home and relax.
All right, but you too. Later, Doc.
Eddie leaves and the chameleon goes to work. We see him shift his appearance again and is now a young man.
Nah, this one looks like too much of a dork.
The chameleon shifts again, but this time it's normal form. He grabs the black goo container off of Eddie's desk and throws it in a trash can and walks out the front door. He shifts his appearance again, but this time he's a custodian. As he gets outside and gets into a vehicle, he calls his employer. The phone rings and he picks up and says, "Did you get it?"
Yes, sir. It took some finagling, but I have it.
"Good. My assistant is very eager to check this thing out."
I'll be to you soon.
"Excellent. And Chameleon, please do come as yourself. And for your sake, I hope it's the real thing. You wouldn't want to end up like the last person who tried to bring me this black goo."
It's the real deal. I'm positive of it. The way it moves inside of its container is almost hypnotic.
Intriguing. But Chameleon, be careful. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one interested in acquiring this black goo, as you call it. Be on guard for others who may try to take it from you.
Others like who?
My rivals. Now get back here, pronto. The phone line ends and Chameleon pulls away into traffic and starts to head back towards his employer. We rewind 10 minutes ago to the blue light and the building across the street, to a student named Michael Morbius. He is trying to find a cure for a virus that plagues his hometown in Romania. To try to get an edge up on the competition, he recently went through his classmates' lockers and found one of them to be his rival. His name was Peter Parker, and inside of his locker was a sample of blood. His blood. But only Parker would know that. Michael would talk to himself and say,
I don't know how he has done it, but the sample of blood is like none other than I've ever seen. Parker is sure to win the grant. I must know how he did it, then beat him. Perhaps with the neogenic recombinator I can break down this sample of blood, then see what it is.
The door opens and a woman with blonde hair emerges. Her name is Felicia Hardy. She says,
Hello? Michael, are you there?
Yes, my dear Felicia, please come in.
Okay, so why did you want me here?
Well, we've been going out a few weeks now, and I want to show you what I've been up to in my spare time.
You know, women from America like the little things, like candy or flowers.
Do women from America not like effort?
Touché. I like effort, and I appreciate you opening up to me. So, show me what you got.
Okay, well, I've been studying vampire bats. They've been plaguing my village of Romania. They carry virus that kills many people.
That's so sad. And what, you're trying to find a cure?
Exactly, my dear.
Oh, Michael, that's so thoughtful. How's the process coming along?
Good. I've recently gotten my hands on some synthetic blood. That shows promising results to cure those that are afflicted.
That's fantastic news! I'm so proud of you, Michael. So, hey, what's this big machine over here do?
It's called Neogenic Recombinator. I borrowed it from Dr. Kirk Connors aboard the night.
A bat flies at Michael's head as he is talking, and he moves it out of the way like a badass without even being touched or flinching. Felicia screams.
What is wrong, Felicia? They are just bots. They cannot harm you.
But you said that they were vampire bats. Don't they drink blood? Human blood?
My dearest Felicia, you. That's good. Wait, stop that.
Get out of there!
Michael goes over and tries to shoo the bat out of the beam from the Neogenic Recombinator as it is feasting on the container of blood. As he gets over to the machine, he turns it off, and the bat gets free and flies away from the beam.
Crap, that was a close one.
Yeah, it was. And you know what, Michael? After that, this place is kind of giving me the creeps. So, I think I'm gonna head out of here for the night.
Okay, I think I understand. Shall I call you a cab?
No, that's fine. I have my driver circling around the block. You said you only have this machine for one night, so utilize your time with it. I will see you in the morning, handsome.
Okay, my love. I'll see you tonight in your dreams.
I hope so. Ciao.
Michael goes back to the Neogenic Recombinator, but now it won't turn on. He starts to fiddle with it, but no matter what he does, it doesn't seem to work. In a last-ditch effort, he decides to give it a kick, and the machine turns on. But the sound it makes is at a much higher pitch than it did before, and it starts to drive the bats in his cage insane. The beam becomes so powerful, shooting out of the Neogenic Recombinator, and so strong that it starts to spin itself around the room in circles. When it gets to the bat's cage, it ends up releasing them all, and Michael immediately goes over to the machine and pulls the plug. But next it makes its way to the window and smashes that open. The bats begin to fly away towards the freedom and the sound of fresh air and the city. But Michael runs up in front of the window and puts his arms up to try to stop them with a net. But he is unsuccessful and watches them all pretty much fly off into the full moon of the night. As he turns around, we see a lonesome bat. It's the one from earlier that got stuck in the Neogenic Recombinator's beam, and it decides to take a bite out of Michael as it leaves. Seconds pass, and Michael Morbius starts to lose his sight. He falls to the ground and passes out. We see a camera shown in the corner of the room, and as we go through the lens, we see a man who's watched all of this go down. It just so happens to be Wilson Fisk and his scientist, Smythe. Wilson says, "You see that, Smythe? The others have their ways at creating villains. This is mine."
Shall I disengage the override controls from here?
Yes, give them back access to their toy. But I imagine now that there's been 2 accidents with the machine, it shall find its way back to us.